Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Unit 1 Physical World and Measurement, and we are discussing dimensional analysis. We have already talked about the dimensional formulas of various physical quantities, and we have already discussed limitations of dimensional analysis. The topic which we are going to talk about today is the first use of dimensional analysis, that is, it is used to check the correctness of a physical relation. So in order to check whether the given physical relation is correct or not, we can make use of dimensional analysis. By physical relation we mean if we are having a formula which relates two or more than two physical quantities, then that formula is called a physical relation. The first equation which we are going to check whether it is dimensionally correct or not is v is equal to u plus at. Here v is representing final velocity, u is representing initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and t is the time period. So we can write the dimensional formulas of these physical quantities. We have to learn these notations, what these various symbols represent, in order to write the dimensional formulas of these physical quantities. So first of all, dimensional formula for final velocity, because it is velocity, is written as m0 l1 t minus 1. Similarly, u is velocity, although it is initial velocity, but still it is velocity, therefore it has dimensional formula m0 l1 t minus 1. Once again, dimensional formula for acceleration is m0 l1 t minus 2, and dimensional formula for time is m0 L0 T1. Now we will put these dimensional formulas in the first equation, that is the equation whose correctness we are going to determine, that is v is equal to u plus at. So using all these dimensional formulas in the equation v is equal to u plus at, that is our equation number 1. So we will mark the equation v is equal to u plus at as equation number 1, and we will put all these dimensional formulas in the first equation. So instead of writing v, we will write the dimensional formula straight away, that is m0 l1 t minus 1 is equal to m0 l1 t minus 1 plus m0 l1 t minus 2 multiplied by m0 l0 t1. So now we will solve the right hand side, and first term will be written as it is, that is m0 l1 t minus 1 plus, now we are having same basis, so the power will be added at. So m0 plus 0, l1 plus 0, and t raised to power minus 2 plus 1. Again we will solve it further. We have m0 l1 t minus 1 plus m0 plus 0 is 0, l 1 plus 0 is 1, t minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Now we are having two same dimensional formulas which are adding up. Now we do not need to consider that we have to add up and we have to write the magnitude 2, that is wrong. We will only write this dimensional formula once in the right hand side, that is m0 l1 t minus 1, and similarly in the left hand side we have written m0 l1 t minus 1. So our left hand side is equal to right hand side. Just in this case, when we are adding up two same dimensional formulas, we will just write it once only. Just keep this thing in mind. So as we have written that m0 l1 t minus 1 is equal to m0 l1 t minus 1, so the dimensions on the left hand side of the equation is equal to dimension on the right hand side of the equation. Therefore we can say the given formula is dimensionally correct. Now we will check the correctness of the other relation, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Although we know that this equation is already correct equation, but we can determine the correctness of this equation with the help of dimensional analysis. So we need to understand what the various terms represent. So s is representing a displacement, u stands for initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and t is the time. So u is initial velocity, and the dimensional formula for velocity is m0 l1 t minus 1. Similarly, dimensional formula for displacement is m0 l1 t0, and for acceleration we have just discussed that the dimensional formula is m0 l1 t minus 2, and for the time period the dimensional formula is m0 l0 t1. So now we have written the dimensional formulas of all these quantities. We will put all these dimensional formulas in the first equation, that is in the physical relation equation s is equal to ut plus half at square. That means that equation which is relating more than two physical quantities. So s is equal to ut plus half at square will turn out to be m0 L1 T0 is equal to m0 L1 T minus 1 multiplied by m0 L0 T1 plus, instead of writing half, we will not be writing half, m0 L1 T minus 2 multiplied by m0 L0 T1 whole raised to power 2. So we will erase half from here because half is not having any dimensional formula. So now bases are same, so we will add up the powers. m0 plus 0, L1 plus 0, T minus 1 plus 1 plus we have m0 L1 T minus 2, and here we are having square, so m0 L0 T2. So 0 into 2 is 0, 0 into 2 is again 0, so 1 into 2 is 2. Therefore, we will rewrite it as m0 L1 T0 plus m0 L1 plus 0. We will add up again the powers, then m0 plus 0, L1 plus 0, T minus 2 plus 2. Now again rewriting, we are having m0 L1 T0 plus m0 L1 T0. Again same terms are getting added up, so we will rewrite the formula over here, that is m0 L1 T0 is equal to m0 L1 T0 plus m0 L1 T0. Again we are having in the right hand side the two same dimensional formulas which are adding up. So again same formulas are adding up. Instead of writing them twice, instead of writing 2 into m0 L1 T0, we will just write it once because it is just a dimensional formula. We are not looking into the magnitude. So we have m0 L1 T0 is equal to m0 L1 T0. That means we are having same dimensions on the left hand side of the equation, and we are having the same dimensions on the right hand side of the equation. So if this is the case, then we can say s is equal to ut plus half at square is a dimensionally correct relation. Now we are having third equation, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, where v is representing a final velocity. So it is not representing initial velocity, it is representing a final velocity. Then u is representing initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and s is the displacement. Now you are aware about the various terms which are used, various notations which are used for the different physical quantities. So knowing their formulas, you can just put these dimensional formulas in the above equation, and by substituting the dimensional formulas in the above equation, you will find the correctness whether the given equation is dimensionally correct or not. So you have to practice it on your own. The next formula which I will give you to practice is for kinetic energy, that is k is equal to half mv square, where k is representing kinetic energy. So you have to write down the dimensional formula for the kinetic energy. First of all, m is representing mass, then you will have to write down the dimensional formula for mass, and v is representing velocity, so you will have to write down the dimensional formula for velocity. Then put these dimensional formulas in the equation, k is equal to half mv square, and check whether this relation is dimensionally correct or not. Then the fifth equation which you are going to check, that is the relation which you are going to check, is t is equal to 2 pi under root L upon g, where t is representing 2 pi under root g upon L. So t is equal to time period, and here g is acceleration due to gravity. You will write the dimensional formula for the acceleration due to gravity, that is acceleration only, m0 L1 t minus 2, that, and L is representing length. So write down the dimensional formulas of time period, acceleration due to gravity, which I have already told, and then length. Substitute these formulas in this equation and solve it. So let me know whether you have solved it or not, and which equations are dimensionally correct and which equations are dimensionally incorrect. So this is all about the first use of dimensional analysis. I hope you have understood.